Okay, good morning. Welcome to our weekly Wednesday yoga gathering. We'll just do it's pretty much the same sequence that we did last week. So let's just start by welcoming ourselves to our mat. Oh no, calming the dogs. Noticing any light coming in. Hearing any sounds that are around you. It's all okay, Rosie. And then begin to notice the parts of your body that are connected with the floor, maybe part of your feet, your lower leg, your upper leg. As you know, I like to sit on a block with my hips slightly elevated above my knees. It helps to straighten my spine for our breathing exercises. Very nice. Let's begin just to do some slow breathing and begin to activate our vagus nerve and work on that vagal tone. I invite you to inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain for a count of 2. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Retain for 2. Exhale for 6. And just keep that same breathing pattern or your slow breathing pattern going for the next couple of minutes. Remembering that by slowing down our breath, we activate that vagus nerve, which innervates most of our organs in our body cavity, and it can directly relate to reduced heart rate, lower blood pressure, can help reduce anxiety. With just a couple of minutes of slowing our breathing. Oh my, just release the breath. Okay, ladies, away from the door. Let's get away from the door. We're going to work on our Nadi Shodhana, our alternate nostril breathing next. Come here, get away from the door. There's a lot of birds coming to the patio because all our flowers are blooming. So these guys are having a hard time with that today. It's very nice out there. All right, preparing for our Nadi Shodhana, our alternate nostril breathing. We can take our left hand in Gyan Mudra. It's just a mudra to bring knowledge. And if you place it palm down on your thigh, you will be bringing up knowledge from within. If you want, you can place it palm up on your thigh, and it brings knowledge from the universe or the higher source, whatever that is for you. With the right hand, we'll fold down our peace fingers and we'll close the nostrils with the thumb and the ring finger, being cautious not to press our nose too hard. We just need to clog the nostrils so we can engage breathing through just one nostril at a time. The key is to remember the energy that you're also moving during the alternate nostril breathing. So it's not just the air that's coming in, but also that energy, that's the prana. And this is the pranayama work that we do using the breath to move that energy. Let's take just a cleansing inhale. Exhale through the nose. Now let's inhale for 4. Close the thumb. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the finger, open the thumb. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the thumb, open the finger. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the finger, open the thumb, exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the thumb, open the finger, exhale for 8. Release the hand and release your breath. And just sit quietly for a moment. Feel your body from the inside out. See if you have any sensations from the prana work that you just did. Nice. Now let's just tap out our energy. Let's start with the top of our head and just take your fingertips and tap that midline, maybe 5 or 6 times. And then real gently, just with 1 or 2 fingers, tap the temples, tap on the forehead, around that third eye area. You can tap the masseter, that big muscle on the side of the face. You can tap it pretty hard. It feels pretty good. Nice. Okay, let's use our knuckle right here and just gently tap between the lip and the nose. And then move between the lip and the chin and your little crook right there. Tap the sides of our neck. Let's bring our arms out to the side and let your hands with your thumbs fall in and just tap the side of your body. Bring your fingers to your sternum and gently tap the heart center. And then using your hands like a fist, just tap out your legs. Nice. Excellent. Let's roll out the back of our neck. Just drop your chin to your chest. And as you inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. And on the exhale, roll the chin back down to the chest. Inhaling, left ear to left shoulder. And again, just taking it at your own breath. For a couple more rotations here. As we start to move the spine. We really want to move the spine right now in all directions. Bring your neck back to a neutral position with your chin parallel to the floor. And let's just turn our head and look over the right shoulder. Noticing how it elongates the muscles on the left side of the neck here. Very gently to begin with here. And let's come across and with your chin parallel to the floor, just gently look over the left shoulder. Taking notice of the muscles on the right side of the neck this time. And then back to center. Let's plant our right hand on the floor here. Make a little bit of space on the left side of the spine by reaching the left arm up and out from the left hip. Keep both hips attached to your block or your blanket or the floor. You can bring that left arm closer to the ear if you'd like. Really concentrate on reaching up and out of the hip, making a long line from that hip out through the fingers. And gaze up just beyond your fingertips. Take a big inhale here. And on the exhale, let's come up and over to the left side. Plant the left hand. Right arm rises. Again, keeping the hips attached to the floor. Gently, if you like, you can bring that right arm closer to the right ear. Take a big inhale here and roll your heart up to the sky. And on the exhale, come back up to a seated position and just let your right hand come all the way to the floor at the base of the spine. Left hand to right thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, look back over the right shoulder. Very gentle twist to start our practice. A few more breaths here. Just nice, deep breaths. One more big inhale on this side. And on the exhale, let's go ahead and come around front. Left hand comes to the floor at the base of the spine, right hand to the left thigh. And now we look over the left shoulder. As you inhale, really lengthen your spine, trying to make space between each one of the vertebrae. And on your next exhale, gently come back forward. Let's do some big shoulder rolls here. Roll to the back a few times. Change direction. Let's roll to the front. Let's do some torso rotations. And in the opposite direction. Nice. Now let's get a little deeper into the hips. I'm actually going to remove my block for now. And coming to Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together. Let your knees fall out to the side. And we can just let gravity work on this for just a moment here. If you'd like, you can bounce the legs up and down like butterfly wings. It's not necessary, just the gravity is enough to start to pull them down to the earth. And then let's start to manually open up our hips, just bringing the foot to the ear like you're going to answer the phone. And then you can start to swivel that hip out to the side, bringing the foot out to the side. If your hamstrings will let you today, calm down. You can straighten the leg all the way, or even just part of the way here. Begin to engage the quads to help you lengthen the back side of the leg. And when you feel nice and warmed up, test your balance, leaning back, keep your heart forward, engage your core, and see if you can do kind of a flying wide-legged split here, wide-legged balance. And when you're done with that, bring your soles of your feet back together, come back down to the ground. Calm down, please. Now we're going to come to a tabletop position I'm going to use a blanket under my knees for this. I got my 2 blocks set up at the top of the mat for our forward lunges too, if you would like to do the same. Look out, little poodle. You're so funny. That's Mama. Ooh, ooh, here you go. Sit right there. And when in our tabletop position, let's go ahead, cat and cow, drop the belly, the crown, and the tail rise. The heart comes through the arms. And when you exhale, belly to spine, tail and crown point down. Inhale, back the opposite direction. And a few more here. Coming back to a neutral spine, let's go side to side. Look over the right shoulder and swing that right hip out to the side. And then come to the other side. And back and forth with your breath. Okay, now let's move our hands forward, maybe one hand length, and curl your toes under on the mat. Lift the hips into down dog. And flatten your shoulders on your back. Bend your knees if you need to. And really point your sits bones up to the sky. You can pedal the legs out one at a time if you like. Starting to get into your calf muscles. Deeper into the hamstrings. And on an inhale, look forward between your hands and gently walk forward to a forward fold. Exhaling here. Inhale, come halfway up with the flat back, using the quads to lengthen the back of the legs. On the exhale, fold. hands to the hips. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms come up overhead. Palms touch. Hands come down to the heart center. Very nice. We'll move through our forward folding flow here. Let's inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward, bend the knees as necessary. On the inhale, bend the knees deeply, come into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up with a flat back. Engage the quads. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to hips. Rise all the way. Arms come up overhead. A little bit of extension in your back here. Exhale, the hands down to the heart center. And again, inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit back into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Arms all the way up overhead. Extension through the back. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Nice. Moving on, let's inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up with a flat back. Exhaling, plant the hands. Step back with the right foot. Right knee comes down to the floor for our forward lunge. We can bring the hands to the blocks. Good morning. Engage the right glutes to help you open up the front of the right hip here. And let's come from the blocks. We can bring our hands to our front knee, straightening our body up. Really just looking to open up this front hip right here. Keep breathing into the front hip. Let's inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, arms come back down to the blocks or to the mat. Very nice. Inhale, heart comes forward. Exhale, step forward to a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Straightening out lengthening the back of the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. And other side. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back with the left foot. Left knee comes to the mat. We can use our blocks here. We can bring the hands to the knee. This time we're engaging the left glutes, opening the front of the left thigh. It'll help if you actually press your left foot into the floor also. So engage the glute, press that foot into the floor. Let's inhale, arms rise up overhead. Feel that opening. Exhale, hands come back down to the floor or the blocks. Inhale the heart forward. And on the exhale, let's step forward, forward fold. Inhaling, come halfway up again. Lengthen the back of the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise. Arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. All right, let's add on. Let's inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Rise halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back with the right foot. Right knee comes down. Hands to your blocks or the floor. Now we're going to floss our hips. Let's exhale. Hips come back for our half split. Inhale, come forward into forward lunge. Exhale back. Inhale forward. One more. Exhale back. Inhale, forward lunge. And then on the exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhaling, hands to the heart center. And the other side, inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway, lengthen the backs of the legs. Exhale, step back with the left foot, left knee comes down. Let's floss our hips on the opposite side now. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, the hips come back. Flex the front foot. Inhale forward. Exhale back, lengthening the back of the right leg. Inhale forward, use the left glute. Last one. Exhale back. Inhale, the heart comes forward. And on the exhale, step forward to a forward fold. Inhale, rise. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands down to the heart center. Very nice. Now let's do our balancing pose. Remove the blanket out of the way. Very good. We will work on our tree pose today and also our external one-footed lengthening stretch. I forget its name. All right, standing in mountain pose. Let's begin to bring all of our weight into our right foot. Left foot becomes our tree branch. The bottom of the foot pressing into the right leg anywhere except for the knee. A little bit of movement in the arms. You can inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come around to the back. Roll the shoulders on the back. Look up just a little bit here. And let's grab our knee, hug it in. All right. Grab the big toes with the peace fingers. Oh, opening the hip out to the side. You can begin to straighten the leg. Good balance challenge here. Begin to straighten out the leg using the other arm. There we go. Growing roots into the floor. And when you're done, both feet back down to the ground. Other side. All of our weight comes into our left foot now. Right foot, the bottom of the right foot presses into the left leg. The left leg presses into the bottom of the right foot. Let's inhale, a little bit of arm movement here. Arms up overhead. Exhale, reach all the way around back. Clasp the hands. Roll the shoulders on the back. Nice, look up just a little bit. One more breath, and let's hug that knee in. And we can try our one-legged stretch on this side. Woo, snap, crackle, pop a little bit. There we go. Give it what you got. And when you're done, both feet back on the floor. Let's come back down to the floor in a nice seated position. And we can curl ourselves up into a ball and roll up and down the mat a bit here, giving ourselves a luxurious back massage. And just end up lying on the back. Bottom of the feet are on the floor. Bring your hands down by your sides, palms facing the mat. And bring your heels to where they're just grazing the fingertips here, preparing for our bridge pose. Now pressing into your feet, lift up your hips, and you can clasp your hands underneath your body, walk your shoulders under you, or if it's easier, just keep your hands by your sides. Really using the muscles on the back side of the body to open up the front side here. And when you're ready, come back down. Let's walk our feet out to the side of the mat. Put your arms out to the sides. Let's let the knees fall to the left. And we look over the right shoulder. And then with a windshield wiper motion, we can let the knees fall to the right, look over the left shoulder. Just keep doing that for a couple more moves here at your own pace. Very good. Let's bring our knees back in line here and prepare for bridge pose. Let's do a second bridge pose here. Palms down, feet on the mat, and then pressing into the feet, lift the hips, choosing your favorite arm position, really using the glutes, the hamstrings, your low back muscles. And release. Walk our feet back out to the side of the mat, let the knees fall together. One hand on the heart, one hand on the abdomen. And just rest for a moment. Let's hug our knees in and gently roll up and down the mat until you come to a seated position. And let's start here with our feet on the floor, hands behind us. We'll start with our seated pigeon. Let's take the right ankle over the top of the left thigh, right above the knee. And again, you've got all the control over this by walking the hands or the feet in further or closer. As you're moving your torso closer to your legs, you'd like to move that right knee further away. And as you breathe, really breathe deep into the glutes. The stretch can get all the way into our piriformis muscle, which is deep in the gluteus muscles. It can cause problems with sciatic nerve effects. Okay, let's switch over to the other leg. Switch over to the other leg. This time we'll have the left ankle above the right knee. Walking your hands in or your knees in. Press the knee away from the left shoulder. This time we're working deep into the glutes on the left side. Looking for that piriformis muscle. We'd like to get it to release. One more inhale here. Let's exhale both feet back down to the ground. Very nice. Let's straighten the legs out in front of us for a forward fold. And actually you can bend the knees a bit if you would like. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, let's fold forward, catching the feet. The belly and the low ribs should be attached to the legs. And as you breathe into this, maybe you can straighten them out a bit more. Whenever you get to your fullest forward fold, allow the head to fall forward. And let's just take 5 nice breaths here. Inhale, come back up. Very nice. Okay, now for let's do our side twist. Let's bring our left foot to the outside of the right thigh. We'll take our left hand to the floor behind, right behind the base of our spine. Inhale, right arm rises. Exhale, hug the left leg, twisting, looking over the right shoulder. Keeping the spine nice and lengthened, giving you room to twist. A couple more big breaths here. Press strongly into the left big toe. See if that helps you twist a bit further. And on the next exhale, gently come around. Take a small counter twist. Very good. Lengthen out the left leg. Right foot comes to the outside of the left thigh. Right hand to the base of the spine. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, let's hug that right leg. Look over the right shoulder. And as you inhale, make a lot of space between the vertebrae. Exhale, twisting a bit further. Press that right big toe in. And on the next exhale, twist all the way around to the opposite side for a counter twist. Very good. So let's get into a small ball. We can roll up and down the mat again, coming into your shoulder stand carefully. On one of the rolls, just bring the hands to the low back and straighten the legs up for our shoulder stand. Adjusting as necessary. Continue to look straight up. And then for feet variations, the soles of the feet can come together for Baddha Konasana. Or maybe you do a wide-legged straddle. If you like the plow pose, bring your feet overhead. Maybe the toes come to the floor. If they do, clasp the hands and press them into the floor. And when you're done, gently unwind. Lying down on the mat. And let's hug those knees in. Reach in between the legs with the two peace fingers. Grab the big toes. Happy baby. Let's pull those legs down. Press your sacrum and your shoulders into the mat. Maybe rock back and forth. It feels good. All right. Hug the knees in. And let's place the bottom of the feet on the mat. Now for a little supine twist, put your arms out to the side. You can use cactus position if you don't have enough room to straighten the arms all the way out. Press your feet into the floor and lift your hips over to the left, just a couple inches. Knees come to the chest. Allow the knees to fall to the right and look over the left shoulder. On an inhale, use your core and bring the legs back into the chest. Let's place the feet on the floor. Lift our hips and move them over to the left. Knees come back into chest. Allow the knees to fall to the left. Look over the right side. And again, on an inhale, bring the knees back into the chest. Give them a hug. Straighten yourself out on your mat. Lengthen the legs, allow the feet to fall out to the side. Allow the shoulders to fall onto the mat. The backs of the hands. as we prepare to assimilate all of our practice today in our Shavasana pose. If Shavasana is not comfortable for you, you could come to a seated position. Again, that's what I do, and I raise my hips just above my knees. I'll keep time for us and ring a bell when our final resting pose is over.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna.
Gently reach your arms up over your head. Stretch the right side and the left side. If you're still in Shavasana, roll to the right using your hands as a pillow. And then pressing your strong left hand into the floor, press yourself back up to a seated position. Let's bring our hands to our heart center and bow your head. Thank you so much for practicing with me this week. Give yourself thanks for coming to the mat. And hopefully you can take this practice with you off the mat and help shine light all throughout the world. Much love to you. Thank you all.
Krishna Krishna.